Okay, hey Spencer, how are you doing
Hello.
today?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. My name is Joe,
Hi,
obviously,
Joe.
as you can see on the screen.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna jump right in and start asking you questions since you probably had a long day.
great.
Uh, First of all, let's to start back at the beginning.
Yeah.
When you initially had joined this project, which was
Mhm.
years and years ago now,
Yeah.
did you see the YouTube video that it was based on, or were you just
The
give?
Channel 101 video,
Mhm.
I have seen it since, but no, I had been given a script with like different photos of the different characters. Summer looked like Summer, the way Summer looks now. And I was like, yeah, I could play that. That looks like me, I guess. It's like that's just Jerry with a ponytail, right? Like that's what everybody says, right? So, I yeah, that's kind of how it started. I hadn't seen that little clip until I think one of the Comic Cons we did. But I knew the people who had, I obviously knew who Dan Harmon was at the time. And I loved the pilot idea itself. I've always been somebody who I love playing, older sisters, and I love shows about family dynamics, even dysfunctional ones. I love sci-fi, I love fantasy, like, so it kind of encompassed a lot of things that I personally enjoy. Um, and then has continued to grow on that, creating these characters and building on that, especially the female characters become much more three-dimensional, so it's been really a pleasure to grow with society in this space, because it definitely represents more of the kind of woman I am. um yeah, yeah, independent, free thinking, like making my own decisions, like competitive, all those things.
Do you feel like your personality kind of bled into Summer to get her arc to where it is now, or do you feel like it was kind of written that she grew after certain events and experiences? And if it's the latter, what do you think it was that kind of shaped Summer into where she is now?
There's it's funny. I mean, I was like, no, they just rate it. And then apparently there'd been an interview that Dan and Justin had did when they went off talking about how great Summer became because I had voiced her. There's like some interview like a long time ago. And I was like, really? Like I was like really, I was so touched. It was such a lovely thing to hear somebody say that, like, part of your interpretation of a character and or performance could influence the way that they were writing her. And so they continued to give Summer more agency in different episodes, and so I think there's a combination of the two. I think because I tend to be so strong and opinionated, and we've all gotten to know each other over these last 10 years and become friends, I think that also has influenced the character. But I also think that it makes sense also in society that she would grow this way and that she would be competitive with Rick and have a lot more in common with Beth. They seem to skew more towards the Rick side of the family than Jerry. And in a lot of ways, we Rick's kind of like the character we all love to hate. We all love him. He does really horrible, terrible things. It's like very selfish and a terrible father, and like, but for whatever reason, he's trying to make a good go of it now, and he keeps showing up, and we keep allowing it to happen, and so it builds on itself. And I think for whatever reason in society we revere characters who live to the beat of their own drum, right? Like, he does his own thing, and I'm jealous of the fact that Rick gets to do that. And I think Summer is too, and Summer's like, cool, but like, he's my grandpa, so technically I'm allowed to do that as well. So like, I am Rick and Rick is me.
So yeah, I like that you had mentioned you're a big sci-fi geek. So I want to know, like, if Summer got to pick an adventure, pick one of these multiverses to go to.
Mm,
Rick and Morty often, like, there's a lot of parodies of, different movies, different universes.
yeah,
If
yeah.
there was like Summer could go to like a Lord of the Rings or like a Star Wars type universe, what do you think Summer would pick?
um Summer wants to go to the Neverending Story universe. and,
Yes.
and like, totally make out with that like princess. Like she's totally gonna go and make out with the princess. That's so what Summer's gonna do.
That is perfect.
She's gonna ride Falcor, and she's not even into Atreyu. Like he's not even cool.
It's so
and
funny.
You know, and I feel like Morty has to read it as well. Like,
that's hilarious because I had 2 cats named Falcor and and Atreyu. And
Stop it.
And
Stop.
then the voice of Falcor, he's like 91, but he came on the show to talk about something else for Adult Swim. Yeah.
No, they have Falcor on Adult Swim? Like nobody told me.
Yeah, he did a JJ Villard appearance. But so are you into Adult Swim, like adult animation, or do you watch different kinds?
I mean, I don't watch all of the shows. I haven't watched the Birdie, what is it called? The new one that's coming out? Tuca and Birdie. Yeah, but it looks fucking amazing. I've been watching, like, you know, the Annie Awards happened, like the animation awards, right? And the Rick and Morty was nominated. We didn't win, like Primal won, but like, so I've watched like a lot of those. Like I watched Primal, I watched Hilda, and I'm like trying to catch up with all the, you know, the Wolfwalker one, that movie. So like I'm trying to catch up with like what's happening right now. But I've been kind of going back to old school stuff. Like I was watching like Real Monsters. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, like, you got the eyes.
So good. It's still so good.
It is.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not adult animation. So we're watching Real Monsters, and Daria, like, was one of my. I think they're bringing Daria back as well, but it has been one of my favorite animations ever. And like, yeah, I mean, I grew up. I was like an MTV kid, right? Like I was born in 83, right? So like I kind of grew up watching all those animations. Like MTV was the coolest channel in the world. You know, I think maybe Adult Swim is getting there. I gotta be honest. Like, but so I've been kind of going old school, but I wanna watch the rest of those shows. Would you have ones you recommend?
Oh, have you seen MODOK? It's brand new.
No, I haven't seen MODOK.
I would watch that. Justin Roiland had a hand in it too, so
he did. Okay, I'll check that one out. Yeah, and I watched Solar Opposites.
Yeah, I
love Solar Opposites. I have a Solar Opposites hoodie. Like,
so if they gave you a chance, would you pop up in Solar Opposites then?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think they will. But yeah, of course I would. I want to be in the wall. The wall is so cool.
Yes, the wall.
The wall is so good.
So with you have obviously voice acting allows for you can do stuff at home, especially if you have a home studio.
I don't have one though, but yes, I could if I had one.
Prior to COVID, did you in the cast did you work with the other cast members in person to kind of get your chemistry going at all?
No, we didn't. We've always worked separately, but you know, Justin used to be at most of my records when I did the summer records. So he used to direct and stuff, but we've sort of slowed that down as we're doing more and more episodes. And now we have some of the writers will come on for their episodes, and there's a lot of, to be honest, there's a lot of collaboration. I think I'm really grateful that they're there, because sometimes I'll get an episode and I'm like, what was your plan? Like, what did you guys want for this? Because I had a couple ideas, but I'm not sure if this is going to work for you guys. And we'll usually talk through some of it, and it ends up being really, really fun and collaborative and hard and scary and all kinds of things. So we had some episodes like that this year where I felt like there was really a lot of exchange. It was very, very, very creative, and it's continued to like grow as a show as well. You know, we have new writers who come on some of the seasons. Some are always coming back. There's always like Dan Harmon does his past. So we always have updates to each of the episodes. We record multiple times just to, I think, give the audience the best, and the fans like the best version of Rick and Morty that is possible, you know? That's why sometimes you get 4 episodes because like the bar is really high, you know. You want to maintain that level of integrity. And so, yeah, I mean, I didn't get to work with other people, but now that I know them and we know the characters so well, it feels like we all kind of know each other. We all have very similar senses of humor, personalities. We're all pretty much hardworking actors have been for many years. So it's always lovely to actually spend time with them. Most of the time I see them when I'm doing interviews, and or at Comic-Con. Comic-Con.
Do you
Yes, Comic-Con.
yeah, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
do you use any, because your voice sounds pretty similar to Summer,
It does. I mean, it's my voice is a little lower in real life. I try to pitch it up a little bit more, and like give it a little bit more of like that, I don't know, lots
teenage,
of
high school.
different, yeah, like lots of different vowels and stuff like that, and like one word.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
But most of the time, yeah, it's pretty. I mean, my voice is. I grew up in Southern California. What can I say? It's, damn them, damn those parents.
Well, see, the parents, does Frasier watch the show with you? Does your dad watch?
Oh my god, no, he doesn't watch it. Rick and Morty is not his cup of tea. Please. He
Somebody,
loves like big blockbuster movies. I gotta be honest. Like my dad's like we watch like Rocky together. Like we're gonna watch like what else have we watched? Any of those, like I watched like Predator. Like
right? Yeah,
like the
Terminator,
Matrix
things
was
like
like
that.
things we
Yeah.
watched on the weekends would be like the Matrix and like an Avengers movie, I suppose. But he has watched the other show I do, Brendar, the Barbarian and the Troll. It's like it's a puppet show on Nickelodeon, but his kids watch it and they're really big fans. So he was like, we watched it, you were really good, and then I cried when I saw your name on the on the screen in the credits, and I was like, Dad, stop, like, stop, you're embarrassing me. Like,
So
but he
that
did it. I was
show,
like, that's so sweet. Now I'm gonna start crying. Stop making me cry.
the puppet show, is that
Yeah.
your first other foray into voice acting, like big foray into voice acting?
Yeah, I mean, I've done I did like an episode of Robot Chicken before I did Rick and Morty, so it's sort of like the first thing that I've done outside of Rick and Morty. That show is very different because it's already shot and I just come in and do the voice, right? Because the puppet is already done.
That makes
So
sense.
it's different. It's different than doing Rick and Morty because we come in and we bring our sense of timing to it, our voices in a different way. But it was really a fun and unique experience for me. I mean, I just love making lots of like battle cries. Like, like, when do you get to do a good battle cry? Like, just in life, like, you can't get on the subway and go, "Rah!" Like,
Well, and
people
that's
look
why.
at you weird, okay?
And see, it's good for you because that summer, she spent that long stint in the apocalypse world
Yeah, no, it was good for me. I
with
needed it.
Buckethead.
With Buckethead, I know. Can you take it off? Like, so funny, so much good stuff in there. She's like, oh, you have a mustache. Like that was,
Like,
are you
like a
keeping
hat
that?
on a hat.
It's a hat on a hat.
So
I
you have
remember.
these. Go ahead.
Totally. Hold on. Sorry, wait. My ear thing came out. Sorry. Okay.
Oh,
I'm back. I'm back.
yeah.
Okay. What did
Welcome
you
back.
last say?
I said, I think we were just laughing about the Buckethead
Yeah.
and the hat on the hat. So characters like Buckethead or Snowball,
Yeah.
little like one-off characters like that. Is there one of them that you'd like to see Summer interact with again, or
Again.
just like to see come back into the show?
I always wondered what happened to Ethan, her boyfriend, in that Christmas episode. I think that was Anatomy Park, right?
Yes, I think
Anatomy
it was
Park.
Anatomy Park.
So much happens in an episode that I'll be like, there was this, and it was Christmas, and there was the throuple, and there was a huge, and I'm like, that was one episode, guys. Like that's like 5 episodes of television. Yeah, but where's Ethan? What happened to Ethan? Why did they break up? And then and then she dated some other asshole and like made herself all big and stuff and inside outy. Like Summer needs to get her shit together.
So in my headcanon, my theory is that Ethan is now in the wall in Solar. So that's where you'll get.
It's in the wall.
Summer will go on her, into another dimension, and it'll to find her boyfriend.
Completely. She's like, I'm gonna find Ethan. I'm on this mission. I'm gonna get in that wall. I'm gonna take him down. No, I do think the wall is brilliant.
Yeah, the wall is
brilliant.
amazing. That's
so good.
That you wrote in. So I don't want to keep you too long, but
Okay. Yeah.
I wanted to know if you do anything like they have Rick mobiles, they have lots of big
Right.
Rick and Morty things,
They do.
outside of the show. It transcends just the animation.
Yeah.
Do you get, go to any of those things besides cons? Do you get involved with anything outside of the show that involves the show?
Sometimes. I could always do more. I always love doing more Rick and Morty stuff. So, if you ask for it, maybe it will come.
So then I want to know, like, unbiased, like from your perspective,
Yeah.
not from Summers, which of the family members, Rick and Morty, do you feel like, which of the Smith family do you feel like you as a person like the
Identify
most?
with?
Yeah, identify.
The most?
That is the
Identify with?
word. Identify is the word that I
Identify is
needed.
the word. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it still tells so much about who I am. I mean, sometimes I feel like a Jerry, and sometimes I feel like a Rick. Honestly, I'd say those are probably the two characters I identify with the most.
You got to find that
But
balance between
yeah,
the
the balance, between, which is really sad that those are the two. Like, I'm a terrible human being. I can't ever hold down I can't hold down a job, a relationship. Things are falling apart, and then I don't even realize that's what's happening, and the wind goes, loser.
Yes, that's what I
that's
was thinking when you said Jerry.
so.
I was gonna say loser.
I know, like, you feel that, like, that was like, you're like, oh my god, poor Jerry. Like, I feel that sometimes. Like, sometimes it's like, if it's raining and then a car goes by and like smacks you full of water, like, the wind says loser behind you. It just does.
And then when a wolf comes and wants your paper check that
Yeah.
isn't giving sustenance. those things are
It's
amazing.
also just like, yeah, they're like, and you're getting audited. You're like, great.
Oh, so I know that there's you're looking at 10 seasons fully for Rick and Morty. If for some reason it went further, could you see yourself continuing on with this because it's voice acting and it's something that you don't really age out of?
I mean, if I'm really nice to my voice, maybe. but no, I want to do Rick and Morty forever. If I can do it until I'm like I don't even know if they have to like put an animatronic mouth in my mouth to make me say the words or something. I don't know. Like, once I have like, a microchip in my head, I'm still doing Rick and Morty. I'm forever playing Summer Smith. No one can take it away. Don't even think about it.
And you do live action, so you just you'll dress it up if you ever have to. But I'm gonna wrap up here. I just want to know if there's anything you want to plug, anything else you'd like to mention.
Oh, anything else I'm doing? I mean, I'm doing Rick and Morty. I'm doing the Barbarian and the Troll on Nickelodeon that airs on Fridays at 7:30. I'm in a short film that my friends made. We made that's the Palm Springs Film Festival this week.
What's that called?
It's called Beau.
Beau.
It's pretty cool. Beau. It's
okay.
It's a lovely film. One of my best friends I went to school with, her name is Constance Zhang. She's amazing. My friend Tony Young produced it. They're super talented people. So I'll be at the Palm Springs Film Festival this week, next week actually. Seeing all the movies that my friends have made from grad school. I'm very excited for everybody. I mean, I don't know, like, that's it. And I'm getting my MFA. I'm gonna finish this year. It's just a little hard, like, single mom, pandemic, Rick and Morty, just very busy. But no, I that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, my sister was just in a movie on Netflix called Deadly Illusions. My dad has some things coming up.
I think I might be talking to. I think I actually might be talking.
Are you talking to? Yeah. No, somebody else is like, I'm talking to your dad next week. I'm like, yeah, tell him it's gonna be. I think he's like, you just keep showing up places.
Yeah.
People keep telling me I was talking to you, and I'm like, I keep inviting them to the Christmas party. So just keep extending the Christmas party invitations. We'll keep it in the family, okay, Dad?
Nice. That's hilarious.
No, he's such a talent, and I'm so grateful to have him. So yeah, enjoy him. He's very funny. And
you gonna get him on the show? You think you could?
Oh my god, I wish. I
As
think
like,
his fee is like $1 million. He's like $1 million.
nah,
And I'm like, oh, come on, Dad. A
Summer's real
million?
dad. We find Summer's real dad.
We find Summer's real dad. He happens to be Frasier Crane.
Exactly.
I feel like that would be Justin's dream. It's like, turns
Yeah.
out it wasn't Jerry, it was always Frasier Crane. Oh, good.
That's perfect. Well, I've said that I'm not going to keep you forever, but is there
No, it's
social
okay.
media that you want people to swing by?
Oh, my social media. I really only do work on my Instagram, but watch out for the patriarchal rants that I do. I think I'm a bit of a feminist, but come join.
Perfect.
Join
I'm
the
bringing
fray.
my fiance. I'll bring my fiance to your page and she'll dig it.
Yeah. No, it's really, I get a lot of angry guys on there.
My fiance proposed to me, so
good job. Good for her.
Glass ceiling,
Yeah. No, it's pretty funny. Yeah. No, I don't I only just repeat what people already tell me, Don't ask me to send you nudes for $200. It'll really piss me off.
Maybe
or my feet. Don't ask me for pictures of my feet.
Maybe feet.
I was like, nope, not doing it. Not doing it. It's a heavy fee, guys. It's a heavy fee.
just start sending pictures of Summer's feet.
Summer's feet. Apparently there are pictures of Summer's feet already. Apparently that's already a thing. Okay. We've made it. All right. Rick and Morty has made it. No, legit. No. And I would only donate to charity anyway. I feel like it's not cool, right? Not cool. Okay.
Right. Well,